Howdy everybody, and welcome back to the channel. It's me, Brick Travie, and today we're taking a look at set number 75325 at 412 pieces, the Mandalorian's N1 Starfighter. Now this set comes with 4 minifigures, the Mandalorian, Grogu, Pelimoto, and a BD droid. Now this set is a couple years old now. I believe it came out with the Book of Boba Fett in 2022. That's why we do have the Book of Boba Fett logo in the left-hand corner. I really put off buying this set because, in my opinion, it is drastically overpriced. That was just my personal opinion, and I waited a long time for it to go on sale, and I think I got it for $20 today at Walmart on clearance. So I got a fantastic deal on this set, and I was happy to finally pick this set up because it does look like a very interesting build. So let's take a look at the back of the box here and kind of see what we get. All right, so of course we do get a nice little back shot of the N1 Starfighter. It shows us some of the features that the Starfighter offers, as well as our spring-loaded shooter here. And then the backdrop looks to be Pelimoto's garage on Tatooine, and then we get some fun little details. So, that is the box. We do get some really nice side box art right there with the N1 Starfighter with the Mandalorian and Baby Yoda in there. And we are right back to the front of the box. So, let's get this together. I have high hopes for this set, but we will see what I think when we get it done. And here we have it, folks. We have our completed N1 Starfighter from the Book of Boba Fett and later on the Mandalorian Season 3. This is quite a quick little build here. It only took about 45-ish minutes. I mean, it is only 412 pieces, so kind of a small set, still on the pricey side at $80. But let's talk about this set before I get too far into the review here. So, very interesting fact is that they put a lot of pieces into bag one. And it's been a while, even like I was actually building this at my friend's house. And I mentioned it more than once that, wow, like there's like 4 bag ones. I was like, you never see that. They were like little small bags. They were pretty big bags. I was like, what the world? So it's very interesting to see that. But getting on to the actual build here and minifigures, of course, we do get 4 minifigs if you count Baby Yoda and BD1 as a minifigure. And let's just jump right into it and show off those figs, or showcase those figs. So one of the cooler things in this set is, of course, the BD1 we get. Whew. Kind of a slick little figure. Now, of course, we did get a BD1 in the same year this came out. We did get the Fallen Order BD1. Now, that one is red. Now, this one is blue. So, we have 2 different versions of the BD1 in as many years. So, it's kind of cool to see that. There's nothing really special about him other than the fact that he is blue. The next unique figure to this set, of course, is Pelimoto, which is, of course, mechanic on Tatooine. She helps the Mando build the N1 Starfighter. So she does get a waist pouch piece for her actual minifig, which is cool. Makes her a little tall, but that's fine. And she does get that wavy hair. It's a neat little figure. It is a one-off figure, so like I don't think she would have been good outside of this set, so it's cool to see her, but kind of an odd choice. Next up, we do have the Mandalorian, and of course, this is the older style of the Beskar Mandalorian, so he does not have the new print on his helmet. So I think eventually this will be like a little bit more of a pricier figure, even though he did come with quite a few sets, but I think this will be the more diverse of the figures once this kind of stops coming into production. But it is nice to get some very detailed minifigures. I mean, look, he's got arm printing with his signet and wrist mounts on it. So, I mean, he's a very detailed figure. So, this is a very quality figure. I mean, especially for Lego Star Wars, it's not something we get very often. And last but certainly not least, we get our beloved Baby Yoda, or Grogu, however you would like to say it. It is the standard Grogu figure. We get him once or twice a year since the year he came out, so not that exciting anymore, but always cool to have another one of these bad boys. Moving on to the actual build. Like I said, this is, I think, where the designer was going with this is to be a 100% playset and feeding off the show, because it is bare bones, which I think that's kind of like what the point of this set was, because it is a stripped down, super fast, super utility N1 Starfighter, rather than the kind of protection vehicles they were designed for of Naboo royalty, or security force, however you like. But we do, of course, get some remnants and kind of call back to that with that yellow, gray, and black coloring right there. We do get a little bit of that on each side. We do get one flick fire missile in this set, which is accurate to the N1. Of course, that has its front missile pod. We get our two engines with that blue thrust, as you can see, with some translucent blue pieces, which is very good to see. Now, funny enough with this set, you cannot fit the Mandalorian in this set without his jetpack on. So if you want to display him, you have to open this little hatch right here, take your minifigure's head off, take his jetpack off and put it into its handy dandy storage. You can also put his darksaber in there, which is included in this set. Put his head, put his helmet, and then put him in the cockpit. And then the cockpit will close like it properly should, and you can see him in there. And then, of course, because this is pre-season 3 of The Mandalorian, we do get the glass dome piece in the place of an astromech droid, where we can put our baby Grogu. And they do look pretty stellar in there, I'm not going to lie. I rather enjoy seeing them like that. So, very cool little thing to see. Now, that is basically it for this set. I mean, like I said, it's very bare bones. I put off buying this set until it was on very heavy clearance. I got this for $20 at Walmart because it was very heavily clearanced. It's just not a set I was super happy for. I think a lot of people would have preferred to have something else, and I think I mentioned that earlier in my video. But if I was going to rate this set, I would give it, I'm going to say a solid 4 out of 10. I know that's pretty low, especially for Lego Star Wars, but this is not a set anyone asked for. I know a lot of people were excited for it, but it's ragely overpriced. It's kind of hard to display because it's so long, and there's not a whole lot there. We get half the minifigures that we got in this set we have gotten before in multiple sets. This is just not something that really I feel like the Book of Boba Fett deserved to have. I think a lot more people would have maybe had like a speeder bike chase or a train set from that one, or even the Rancor would have been a much better option to that show rather than the N1, which has nothing to do with the Book of Boba Fett. So that's my take on it. I would only recommend buying this set if it is very heavily clearanced like I did. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give this video a like and subscribe to the channel, and I hope to see you guys in the next one.